matchup in mid in the lane alone.
Yeah, for sure. And then we do see Jarvan the fourth coming in here as the last pick. That will be going into the jungle for LM. So we haven't seen too much jungle Jarvan. Obviously, we have seen support Jarvan as of recent times. But again, it's just another one of these things that...
It's, just to give you guys a brief history, is these T1 and, formerly SK Telecom T1 and KT Rolster have eventually, when T1 and KT Rolster came into League of Legends, and has kind of carried on. And I think one of the most memorable T1 KT matches was actually the Faker Ryu matchup back a long, long time ago, 2013. But let's see a scout of the week here. Come on, Clozer, I'm doing narrative.
Stop fighting. No attacking 20 minutes.
That really scuttle is Kana.
Well, we're trying to ruin his stats a little bit more, perhaps. The TP is going to come in. The bowling ball misses. And we do get the Dark Harvest stack here onto Blank. But at the end of the day, they just get the teleport. Doesn't look like anything else is going to come in here. Of course, Yukal had to teleport back to the lane.
It's valuable, even if it's not resulting in a kill. And they need to be because the Drake is taken for T1.
Yeah. This is the Cloud Drake, but still, building up those Drakes is always going to be good. You see that Doran is just being so annoying with the amount of pressure he's putting on, even threatening a demolish onto the turret this early on in the game. Comes T1 into the enemy jungle. Trying to take this red, and
Blank
there you
here.
go. Smite. Yeah, Blank is like, thank you very much for the leash.
Red?
Problem there. Hey, we got another trade up in the top side. Kana getting very aggressive here, but you see, takes a lot of damage from the minions. Just Doran keeping his distance, able to poke him down once again.
Doran has
now the Dominus. Yeah, the Dominus is down, and Doran has the lane pushing into him. So Kana has to come in here.
Shockwave does lead to a lot of early picks. Uh-oh, Kana.
Alright, we're going to have Zeus tanking here, and I'm not sure that Kana's going to be able to get away from this one. A very straight up first blood, going to go the way of KT. LM says, your sacrifice is noted. I will take this Infernal Drake and be happy with that, but a nice other champion if you can survive. And I think Hybrid in this game is just like, okay, let's try not to get picked. Speaking of which, Blank looks like he's dead. He's going to try to flash away. Here comes the Galio follow-up, and he will actually commit to using his Zhonya's here, even though he will not get away. Almost, sneaks by with the Orianna shield, but not quite. A nice little invade there from T1 to pick up a kill.
Yeah, it's really nice. T1 are going to have to fight on the right side of this pit, and this looks like it's going to turn into a 50-50 here on the Drake.
Yeah, nice 7-10 split there. As Hybrid has to flash away, he immediately is going to go down before the fight even begins. As the gameplay button there onto Blank, a lot of damage coming out here, and now Gumayusi able to fight a bit front to back. He's looking for Blank here. Will get that third shot and pick up yet another kill. Kana still going forward as they pick off a third KT member. And T1 take a very strong Drake into team fight and will move ahead in this game.
And you could play slow against a weaker... I think KT may wanted to... Doran's going to get collapsed onto here. This could actually be
doing a ton of damage, though. He might just be able to take out Kana before it begins, and he will. Trying now to crit down Gumayusi, not quite going to be able to. And, at the end of the day, you trade a Renekton for giving a kill over to the Vayne.
One of those fights with bowling balls to sleeps. This is really looking really bad, though. Fortunately, with the minion wave here, I don't think KT should try to push the issue. They disagree. Zeus is going in.
They want to get on top of Gumayusi, but again, that true damage through the Unbreakable, just making that look really simple. Gumayusi against one cow. Who will win at the end of the day? Gumayusi obviously will take that, and T1 say sure. Deny us the Ocean Drake for now. We don't care. We're going to take a 22-minute Baron.
Yeah. Okay, sure, you got the Ocean Drake. It's your first Drake of the game. That's all you're going to get out of this. I think that was a big misread by KT Rolster to try to go in for that fight. There's a minion wave in between KT and T1. T1 have better positioning. And there's clearly a communications issue in the moment where Zeus goes in by himself of KT having to play defensively here in a moment where otherwise they would have hoped to be spiking ahead with the Samira taking over these team fights. It just hasn't been.
Blank. Actually, LM just getting in there. They're forcing this fight so hard. Creating that front line here for Gumayusi, who's just doing insane amounts of damage already. He is so fed in this game. And I love what T1 are doing. There's a lot of wave clear on the side of KT, but they split it up 1-1-3. And they're able to, get some kind of value. They take that top inner turret down. They're going to take this bottom inner turret down. They're not gonna.
I mean, this is a...
We're gonna take your inhibitor and you're gonna pay for it. Like, there's nothing that KT are just sitting here in a brush, desperately trying to start this fight around the Ocean Drake, that they lose their inhibitor.
Look where Hybrid is! Not where it needs to be!
Man. Right in the front, and now Blank has to Zhonya's here. A lot of damage done to Elm at least, but Blank looking in a bit of trouble. Does get the flash away, and now finally front to back, and with Gumayusi not able to do that free deal you were talking about, it does look like KT finally able to get a decent fight. But oh, that is so much damage coming in. Finally, they get the Gumayusi, though. Finally, one combo comes in from the side of KT, and you can see what we've been desperately looking for out of this composition finally come to light. As Zeus, he didn't go over that ocean. This time he was close enough.
He's not. If Elm commits him, they could collapse on top of him.
Yeah, the flash engage from Elm, but again, you know, flash down, cataclysm down. It's not as clean as we've seen before, and that's so much less space now given to Gumayusi when the fight actually begins.
Yeah,
so you can see that
down is actually such a boon for T1 in this case, because they can keep kind of forcing the minions to be dealt with. Zeus, I don't know about this one.
That wasn't it. He had to wait for a better spot there. Doran will take the oranges, and still, there are enough threats on the side of KT where T1 will not force an engage, but they do have the map control now after taking down that Alistar, who just melts. I mean, this is not Alistar up against an Aphelios or really any kind of other AD carry.
But if you're in range to do damage, you're probably dying unless the fight's already over, so the Lilia pick is really only now useful for setting up sleeps, for example, as he does miss the bowling ball there. Breaks on the wall. KT trying to be decisive here, but I don't know about this one. Oh no.
Alright, over the wall, he finds Yukao, and they do not have much. A huge taunt gets pretty much everybody on the side of KT. Not enough damage is going to come out of this one. The engage this time, too clean and too strong on the side of T1. They're going to teleport in and look to end this game.
Yeah, one small mistake from Gumayusi throughout this entire game in terms of how he was playing the Vayne and how, you know, he got collapsed on there on that one Drake fight. But besides that, he's been positioned very well, and Elim and Kana have set up for him each and every time to just do his job, hit auto attacks, and tumble. That's all he's got to do. When the setup is this good for T1, when they're playing this reactionary, it's really easy to clean it up. And T1 going to take another lead in what has been a very dominant series of telecom wars over the last 2 years.
Yeah, pretty simple for them this time around. They're looking for the win here, 1-0, as they will move ahead. Not too much pressure, it felt like. You know, Kana, I felt like, handled the weak side pressure pretty well. Didn't get too far behind.